was a big road trip. This was their true test. They faced the Diamondbacks and the Padres, and they came out. I mean, obviously they blew 2 games, but you can't really worry about what could have been. They could have been 9-1. Well, guess what? 7-3 is really good if you think about it. They're still fighting. They're still right there on the cusp of being in a playoff spot. I think it was a very good road trip, especially for that rotation. They looked really good. The bullpen, the ones that blew the game early, they looked great in this series. I know the White Sox starting lineup isn't stellar. There's a reason why they're a historically bad team. But when you look at what the stuff was doing, the shape of the pitches, Reed Garrett, Ottavino, Phil Maton, and then Edwin Diaz, they looked the part. Diaz tonight, I think, might be back. That slider looked incredible. Overall, I think it was a very, very good road trip.
That was the White Sox's 107th loss of the season. That is a franchise record for them. But let's talk about Sean Manaea. He was incredible in this game. Went 7 innings, 2 hits, 0 runs, and 5 strikeouts. This was the 7th start of a 7+ inning pitch since July 1st. He had 0 in his first 15 games started. 9 outs with 3 pitches or fewer. 15 of 24 first pitch strikes and 64 sinkers thrown. That is a season high. He also took a no-hitter into the 5th inning. Jerry, got a little shaky in the 7th, but what did you see in those first 5 innings?
Well, you called it. His sinker was on. I think he kind of struggled with that slider, the sweeper especially, but most importantly, he had that sinker working, that sinker to the top of the zone, being able to get early outs. He looked really crisp. You'll see that sinker starting early. First batter of the game, Julks, he gets this K. Just a perfect spot to get him to chase. From that arm angle, you don't know where he's going to go. That top of the zone creates weak contact because right at the end it dips. He had that going. You see that infield pop up, which is a good sign. And then when he needed it in a 3-2 count, able to spot that on the inside. Then after he breaks up that perfect game, with a walk, guess what? Little athlete action, gets a good pickoff, reads the guy at first base, and then gets a nice easy pop, breaks up the no-hitter after the perfect game. Guys come in because last time they broke up a no-hitter, the very next hitter hit a 2-run bomb. Well, he took a couple deep breaths and did what he does. Goes to that sinker, gets a huge K. He was really good, really efficient in those first 5 innings. It looked like he might go CG because just how efficient he was, especially with that sinker.
Yeah, and so he was effective in those first 5, got a little shaky in the 7th, but ended up getting out of it. He was pumped when he got out of it. What was he able to do in order to get through it unscathed?
Yeah, he definitely changed, after that. The 6th inning, he showed signs of getting tired, but it was the 7th inning where he was looking like he had to dig deep. You see him laboring a little bit, didn't quite have trust in his stuff, so he had to gut through it. You see here, first pitch of that 7th inning, Luis Robert just wears one right in the ribs. That did not feel good. You see a 3-2 count here. This ball is nowhere near it. Arm side missing. That tells me that your body is tired. Works another 3-2 count, actually gets one in a very good position, just falls right in front of Jesse Winker, putting on a really good effort. 1st and 3rd here, 2 outs. A great mound visit by Hefner, telling him to settle down, gives the guy a little bit of time, just to realize, hey, this is your last hitter. Let's go get it. But unfortunately, again, a sign of, being tired. He misses all arm side, but he digs deep, took a deep breath, dots that fastball up and in, then puts a good sinker over the plate because you don't want to walk him and let them get themselves out. Just an incredibly brilliant performance from him. He did not have his best stuff, even though the line looks very good. His sweeper was inconsistent, and then he got tired late. But when you have as good of a sinker as he does, and he's as smart with it as he's been, this is the result of that.
Yeah, the Mets pitching was really, really good today. We'll talk more about how the bullpen did. But first, let's talk about the offense. Francisco Lindor was basically all the Mets needed. He had the solo home run in the 4th that kind of put them on the board, got things going. He caught up with our Steve Gelbs after the win.
All right, first of all, Francisco, let's just take the people through what they didn't just see. Everybody here, as usual, chanting MVP. Jose Iglesias stumps on the top step and waves to all of them saying thank you.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, that song is the MVP song of the year. So he deserves a standing ovation. Iggy's been fantastic. A great teammate, great somebody that pushes all to be better, and he's been fantastic for our team this year.
I say, though, we're getting used to hearing these MVP chants again. You do MVP things today. Crochet was so good that first time through the order. What'd you get him on in that second at bat?
I got a cutter on the second at bat, first pitch. It was either I hit the ball up in the air or I lose another shin, which I lost one in the first at bat. So God only gave me two, so I wasn't planning on losing another one.
Sean Manaea has been sensational for you guys for the last couple of months. What again did you see from him today? 7 shutout innings.
He executed. He had a game plan. He's been preparing all week for this start. And he went out there. He executed. Him and Torrens, amazing. They did a great job. And having Garrett and Edwin Diaz coming in at the end and finish the job. I mean, we came here with a purpose and we accomplished that goal. Now we got to enjoy our flight and then come back and focus on whoever we have tomorrow.
Yeah, to that point about coming here with a purpose, you said after the emotional game, the emotional win in Arizona, that these could be tough games to get up for and that you had to make sure to do that. So what did you like from the response from the group as a whole to come in and get the sweep?
I think guys didn't take anything for granted. You know, they went pitch after pitch, at bat after at bat, inning after inning. We all took, we didn't take anything for granted. I mean, they had good pitchers. They executed, you know, and we were able to capitalize on the mistakes that they made. And the fans showed up, you know, they supported us. They gave us great momentum on base. So, yeah, it was a good series.
All right, Francisco, thanks so much. Go in there and give a high five to the MVP, Jose Iglesias.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, let's go inside the numbers presented by the New York Lottery. Francisco Lindor's last 30 games, he's batting .320 with 9 doubles, 7 home runs, 17 RBIs, and an OPS of .935. So with that, let's get an NL wild card update. Padres in Tampa taking on the Rays. Third inning, no score. Ben Rortvedt sends this one to deep center field, but Jackson Merrill stretches out, makes the catch to rob Rortvedt of an extra base hit, but that would not be all we see from Merrill as he comes up in the fourth, one on, and he belts this one to deep center over the fence and gone. That's his 21st home run of the year. It makes it 2-0 Padres. Bottom of the sixth, Padres up 3-2. Jason Adams' pitch is low, goes to the backstop for a wild pitch. Brandon Lowe would score from third, ties this game up at 3. Right now it's in the 8th, still tied up at 3. So now let's get a look of the NL playoff picture as it stands right now. Diamondbacks and Dodgers up. Diamondbacks up 2-0 over the Dodgers. Braves play tonight. The Cubs beat Washington 14-1. So New York right now, 1.5 games back to Atlanta. They, like I said, play later tonight.
Carlos, again with Manaea, what'd you see out of him?
He was really good. I thought today he was very aggressive. He stayed on the attack. He was kind of like, give me the ball, go right after guys. He was attacking. The fastball was really good. The sweeper was good. I thought he got tired the last couple of innings, when he lost it a little bit for a couple of pitches, but overall, he was really good.
After that last game in Arizona, Francisco Lindor talked about how this could be a sneaky tough series to get up for and that it was important to get in the right mindset. Coming away with the sweep, what impressed you the most about the way the team approached it?
Yeah, 100%. And we knew coming in here, especially after playing the Padres and the Diamondbacks, that we needed to keep the intensity. We needed to stay locked in, match the energy. And, proud of the guys that we were able to do it one day at a time and finally getting that last one 2-0 was important for us.
What impressed you the most about Garrett Crochet?
He was really, really good. Like the first 3 innings, we've seen some really good arms throughout the year. That right there was pretty special. He was on. I don't know if it was the extra, rest that he got because of the last outing. But it was just the way the ball was coming out. It was really, really good. Second time around, after that first look, guys made some adjustments. Lindor got them, and then we put together some good at-bat vientos, and then, but overall, that's a special arm there.
You feel good about this road trip overall, 7-3, and the tough teams you mentioned that you played at?
Yeah, you have to feel good about it, looking back, we knew, what was in front of us, and, now we gotta go home. And with the same mentality, we're going to be playing in front of our fans, and same, really good Boston team coming into town. They're playing for something as well. And, we got to be ready to go. I know the guys are excited to to get back home and just take it one day at a time.
With Diaz going 4 out of 5, how does it feel being able to lean on him like that at such an important time of year?
That's why we protected him throughout the whole year, even when he was down, coming off a year where he was out the whole year. The way he's throwing the ball, how he's bouncing back, there's a reason why we did it early on, and now, like I say, it's go time.
How would you describe how Manaea has been doing for you guys lately on the mound?
Huge. Especially when you're facing an arm like that and you got him going, like you feel good about your chances. And I think he rose to the occasion today. Like you could see there was a different demeanor on the mound today, in those first 4 or 5 innings. He was, give me the ball, like I said, and I'm going right after you. And, he's good to see, and he's been huge for us.
Why was that?
Why was that? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, he's watching Crochet doing his thing and he's like, okay, I got to step up here. I got to get the boys a chance. And, I don't know. You're going to have to ask him because I didn't ask him, but that's what he looked like.
When it comes to Shaw, are you starting to view him as like that number 1 type guy?
Yeah. I mean, he continues to show it. I know Sevy's throwing the ball well, but I saw something different today out of Manaea. When he's going, against one of the better arms in the league, he showed us something today where I'm going to give you guys a chance to, and he's been doing that.
Just with Garrett, he's had some crisper outings lately. What do you think has led to that?
What?
He has had some more crisp outings.
Yeah, throwing strikes. That's what it comes down to. Not only getting ahead, but he usually does a good job getting ahead, but limiting the 3-2 counts, the ball 4, just putting hitters away earlier in the count. So when he gets in trouble, it's usually, the deep counts, the walks, and it was good to see on a 1-run game, executing pitches.
So we just heard from Carlos Mendoza about Sean Manaea and his stellar performance in this game. He also said Manaea had a different demeanor than he's seen out there, maybe because Crochet was out there doing his thing. But how has Manaea evolved to one of the Mets' best starters they have this season?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the evolution. This is what he's done his whole career. I mean, he started off a little bit of a softer thrower, a little bit overhand his career, and a heavy changeup guy. He threw a no-hitter as this. Then he started to struggle, made some moves, ended up to the bullpen. But now this is a different style. Mid-season, he was already having a good season, and then mid-season to change your arm angle, that's insane to do. I would never do it if I'm having some type of success. That's an off-season type move, but he did it between starts. That shows you the athleticism and the confidence that he has. But there was one thing, Nikki, that he said, Carlos Mendoza there. They asked him kind of a blanket question. Is he your ace from what you've seen? And that's like usually a Carlos Mendoza in those instances will kind of throw that away, Severino, Peterson. But what he said was he saw something different from him today when he was facing against Garrett Crochet. Garrett Crochet was otherworldly to start this game, just special. Manaea dug a little bit deeper, wanted to match that and do one better. That's what you need when you get into the playoffs where you're facing the best of the best. Say you're going against a Zach Wheeler. That's the kind of attitude that you want. And if Carlos Mendoza saw it enough to say it to the media, then that's something special. And that's something to mark moving forward. Yeah,
Sean Manaea's ERA is now down to a 3.35. He's 11-5 so far this season. We will hear